Hi, and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Friday evening. As I sit here surrounded by sunshine, showers of light here in front and behind me. So it's beautiful. Nice practice today with a lot of work on our abs and core. So hopefully you will enjoy that. As always, throughout the practice, listen to your body, only do what feels right for you today. And we'll begin in a seated position, closing your eyes. Sitting up tall, finding that length in your spine, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Letting go of your day and everything that's going on in your world. And just bringing yourself to your mat. And letting your attention go to your breath as you inhale through your nose into your belly. Pause. And then exhale through your nose. Extending that exhale to make it twice as long as your inhale. And then getting the core involved with your breathing as you exhale, engaging your core from your pelvic floor up through, drawing your belly button in and up the sides of your waist in to contract your core. And then you can release it again on the inhale. And engage it again as you exhale. One more breath here. And then gently opening your eyes. If you're on a block, you might want to just pop off it and swing around to sit on your mat lengthways. And we're just going to lean back on our elbows here. So have those elbows underneath your shoulders. And bending your knees. We're going to start off with a little scissors movement. So work with your own body and what you feel works for you right now at this time of the practice. We're going to just scissors our legs. So the higher up your legs are, the less you'll need to use your core, and the lower down your legs go, the more your core is going to have to get involved. So it's nice at this stage of the practice to maybe just let those legs move up and down so the core is becoming really active for a moment, and then let the legs come back up again. And let's go once more, up and down. And then let the legs bend and come down to lie on your mat, hugging your knees into your chest. And from here, we're going to just do little baby rolls. So from here, coming up to wherever you can get to, and rolling down. Holding on to your shins, it just gives you a little bit of help to draw yourself up. And it's kind of nice on the back. It's like a kind of a little massage on the back. Two more. And let's finish sitting up. And then from here, we're going to try some full-on roll-ups. So sitting up tall to start with, lengthen through the spine. And then let's reach the hands forward. And then roll slowly back down, all the way down onto your mat. Bring your hands behind you. And then we're going to slowly make our way up. So starting with the hands and then rolling up to come all the way forward to reach the toes. And slowly lowering yourself down. So this is something that you can do quite rapidly, and it probably is a lot easier, but the slower you do it, the more your body has to work. And if you want to just open the legs out a little bit more, you can. And then raising yourself all the way up to reach forward to the toes. Lowering down once again, arms all the way behind you. And rolling your way back up again. Let's try it 2 more times. And finish in your seated position. Well done. Okay, and from here, let's make our way up to stand. And we're going to do a little bit of wood chopping here. So have the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. So maybe a hip and a bit apart. And clasping the hands together, raise them up over the head, and the movement is going to be quite quick, but we're going to, like we're chopping wood, swing the arms down as we do, bend the knees, let the seat move back as you let the momentum of the hands go through your legs. So let me show you that on a side view, raising the arms up and then swinging it down, coming into a squat position as you make your way down. And let's do it now a little bit quicker. And 5 more. 3, 4, 5. And coming to stop at the top of your mat. So hopefully you're feeling quite warmed up now at this stage. And let's take a nice little sun salute now to get our legs just moving and waking up. So starting at the top of your mat, feet hip width apart, pointing to the front, equal weight on both feet. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Raise the arms up, palms together, raise the gaze and take a breath. And then let's sweep down into a forward fold. Remember, listen to your body, bend your knees as much as you need to. And then taking a halfway lift, lengthening through the spine. And forward fold again. And let's take that right leg, stepping it back as far as it can go to come into your low lunge, keeping this left knee over the ankle, raising the arms up, taking a breath. All the while engaging that core on the exhale as we take it through to our plank, setting up your hands first. As you then step the leg back to the full length of your body, drawing those shoulders over the wrists. Taking 3 breaths here. And then making your way down either through knees, feet, chest and belly, or lowering yourself down nice and slowly to come all the way down onto your mat. Let the feet open out. And then drawing the forehead and chest away from the mat. And pushing on up through here to slowly make your way into your downward dog, pedaling those legs to just help them open out. Pushing those hips back, pushing away from your mat with your hands, drawing those shoulders away from the ears. And when you're ready, coming to your point of stillness here. Two more breaths here. Now raising the right leg up. Let's step it through to come into your low lunge. And all the way up to a forward fold. Bending your knees. Lengthening out the body, palms together, raise the gaze. Sweeping through forward fold. Halfway lift. Find that length. And sinking into your forward fold again. Let's step the left leg back. Low lunge. Remembering to engage that core on the exhale. And then moving through to your plank for 3 breaths. And bringing yourself down onto your mat in whatever way works for you, and then draw that chest and forehead away. Pushing on up here to your downward dog, straight into it. Feeling that nice stretch in the legs, the length in the spine. And then let's stretch that left leg out behind you and step it through for your low lunge. Making your way back through your forward fold. And bend the knees. Coming all the way up to stand at the top of your mat, bringing those hands into prayer position. Taking a breath here. And let's take a moment in tree pose. So turning that left foot out at a right angle and stepping the foot onto your calf, or if you prefer, onto your thigh. Finding that length. Engaging the core here will really help with your stability. Maybe raise the arms up if you want. One more breath if you can. And then releasing the hands down, releasing the leg. Good, let's take it to the other side, turning that right foot out at a right angle and drawing the foot up onto the opposite leg. Keeping that knee at a right angle really helps to get the most benefit from this pose. It's a nice hip opener as well as a balancing pose. And bringing the arms over the head if you like. Taking one more breath here. And then draw the hands down, letting that leg come down. Raise the arms up, sweeping down into a forward fold. Let's step it back to a downward dog. And then from here, come down onto your forearms and step the legs back so you come into a forearm plank. So try to keep, my elbows are splayed out there, try to keep the elbows under the shoulders. Your hands can either be straight out in front of you or you can clasp them, whichever you prefer. One more breath here. Then lowering the knees, coming all the way down onto your mat. Draw the hands back either side of the chest as you come into your back bend. Again, really using that core to help in your back bend. This is super for your back muscles. And pushing on up through your tabletop into your downward dog. One more breath here. And then let's come down onto our knees and push back into a child's pose, but clasp the hands behind your back and raise them up away from the back. Nice counter pose, and it really opens the chest. And one more breath here. And releasing the hands, bringing them down by your side for a breath. And then coming up to a kneeling position, let's just swing around to come and sit for a moment. And as we're sitting here, let's find our balance on our seat bones and lift the legs up into a boat pose. With our knees bent to start with. And then straightening them out. One more breath. And let the feet come down onto the mat, holding onto the toes this time. Let's once again come up and raise the legs up, finding your point of balance here. So you can straighten out the legs or keep the bend, whatever works for you. Try to keep the length in the back. I can sometimes feel my shoulders just rounding and raising here, so I've got to consciously drop them down and lengthen through the spine. One more breath here. And bending those knees, let the feet come down onto the mat, hug the shins. One more breath. And let's swing around once more onto all fours, making your way up into your downward dog. 3 breaths here. Engaging that core on the exhale. And then coming down onto your forearms and making your way down into your plank, your forearm plank. Keeping the elbows under the shoulders. One more breath here. And come down on the knees and feet. And lowering the forehead and chest onto the mat. Draw those hands back to either side of the chest as we once again come up into our baby cobra. All the effort here coming from the core, the whole core. So the back muscles and the abdominal muscles all actively working to raise the body up. And let's take 2 more breaths here with each exhale. Just see, can your body raise a little higher? So the hands are doing nothing to help you. Here it's all the core. And then pushing on up through your tabletop into your downward dog. Two more breaths here. And coming down onto your knees once again, so you're in tabletop. Let's swing around, all the way around, and lower yourself down onto your mat. And then from here, let's just raise those legs up, feet looking at the ceiling, arms raised, fingers pointing to the ceiling. And this now takes a bit of coordination, so we want to keep the left hand and right leg still as we lower the right arm and left leg very slowly down towards the mat, hovering just before they reach the ground, and then draw them back up to the starting position. And let's take the opposite limb. So remember, we've got to try and keep the right arm and left leg still as we move the right leg and left arm. A challenge not just for the core but for the brain too. And very slowly drawing it up again. So again, the real power and work in this exercise is in the rate at which you do it. So the slower you do it, the more your core has to really work hard. Because it's a very deliberate, slow motion. And let's take it once more on each side. And then when you're back into starting position, hug those knees into the chest and take a little massaging movement here. And then letting those feet come down onto the mat. Drawing the arms out into a T, let those knees fall over to the right and gaze to the left. And then let's draw it over to the other side. Coming back to the center. Bring the arms down by your sides, turning those palms upwards and let the legs come out long and flop out to the side. Really well done. That was a challenging practice. So hopefully you enjoyed that challenge. And now it's time to reward yourself with a little or. So letting go your feet and your legs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. The whole length of your back and shoulder blades. The front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your arms and your hands, your head, face, jaw and chin. The whole of your body, just let it go. And as you inhale, let your heart, body and mind fill with gratitude. Gratitude for any moment of joy you've had in the last day or two. No matter how trivial. Embrace that moment of joy with gratitude. And then let your attention go to your breath as you inhale through your nose, into your belly, pause, and then exhale through your nose. keeping your focus on your breath for the next few minutes.